exploring contextual redundancy for error correction, a Exo-Linguistics perspective.
Welcome to the Universal Principles podcast. Today we're diving into contextual redundancy for error correction. It's a mouthful, but essentially it's about how adding extra information helps us understand things even when there are mistakes or missing pieces. To help us unpack this, we have an expert in exolinguistics. What can you tell us about this principle?
Thanks for having me. What's fascinating about contextual redundancy is that it's not just about repeating yourself. It's about weaving information in a way that even if some parts are lost or corrupted, the overall message still gets through. In exolinguistics, this is crucial when considering interstellar communication. Signals traveling vast distances are bound to degrade.
So it's about building in layers of meaning, like a safety net for information. Could you give us a real-world example of how this is applied when deciphering signals that may or may not be alien?
Exactly. One approach is analyzing potential alien messages for repeating patterns. If we see the same sequence of prime numbers showing up in different parts of the signal, that redundancy suggests it's not random noise, and we can start to decode its meaning, even if some of the signal is weak or distorted. It is like finding breadcrumbs and building the trail.
That makes sense. And what about when we're sending messages out there? How do we build in this redundancy to make sure our message is received correctly?
When designing messages, we use error-correcting codes, similar to how your computer fixes corrupted files. We might repeat key information multiple times or use multiple channels to transmit related data. Think of it like sending a map with multiple landmarks described in different ways. Even if some descriptions are unclear, others will help the receiver find their way.
So this principle isn't just about aliens, right? Where else do we see robustness through replication in action?
Absolutely, this principle is universal. For example, in quantum computing education, they use quantum error correction as redundancy for fidelity. Multiple qubits are employed to represent a single piece of information. If one qubit decoheres, the others can still maintain the integrity of the data.
That's fascinating. So how can our listeners apply this contextual redundancy in their daily lives?
Firstly, when learning something new, seek multiple explanations from different sources. Secondly, when communicating important information, try to present it in various ways, visually, verbally, and with examples. Finally, when building any system, build in backups and failsafes. Think of it as creating a safety net for your ideas and projects.
Great advice. It sounds like thinking about contextual redundancy can help us be better communicators and learners. Any closing thoughts?
Just that it's about recognizing that errors are inevitable. Redundancy isn't about perfection, it's about resilience. Build systems that can withstand the unexpected, and you'll be prepared for anything, even alien messages.
Wonderful. Thanks for sharing your insights with us on Universal Principles. Until next time.